Donald Trump's return to the White House in 2024 marked a turning point in global affairs. His America First policies, popular with his base, signaled a move away from traditional alliances and international cooperation. This shift has left many smaller nations feeling vulnerable, questioning the reliability of US protection. The world is watching closely as Trump's decisions reshape the geopolitical landscape. Trump's approach to the ongoing war in Ukraine is a prime example. He has criticized European nations for not doing enough to support Ukraine and has even suggested that Ukraine should cede territory to Russia as part of a peace deal. This stance has alarmed many in Ukraine and across Europe who see it as a sign that the US is no longer a reliable partner in times of crisis. The situation with Taiwan is equally concerning. China has become increasingly assertive in its claims over Taiwan, and Trump's unpredictable approach to foreign policy has left many wondering if the US would come to Taiwan's defense in the event of an attack. This uncertainty has fueled a debate about whether Taiwan should consider developing its own nuclear deterrent. The Trump administration's decision to withdraw from key international agreements, such as the World Health Organization and the Paris Climate Accord, has further eroded trust in US leadership. This retreat from multilateralism has left a void in global governance, creating opportunities for other powers, such as China and Russia, to exert their influence. The reduced US presence on the world stage has left many smaller nations feeling exposed and unsure of their place in the new world order. This is particularly true for countries located in strategically important regions or those facing pressure from larger neighbors. Two such nations, Ukraine and Taiwan, find themselves at a crossroads, forced to confront difficult choices about their future security. Ukraine, still grappling with the ongoing conflict with Russia-backed separatists in the east, is acutely aware of its vulnerability. Despite receiving some military aid from the US and other Western countries, Ukraine knows that it cannot defeat Russia in a full-scale war. The possibility of the US withdrawing its support entirely, as suggested by Trump's rhetoric, leaves Ukraine in a precarious position. Taiwan faces a similar dilemma. The island nation has lived under the constant threat of invasion from mainland China for decades. While the US has historically provided Taiwan with military support, the strength of this commitment has been called into question under the Trump administration. China's growing military might and assertive posture in the region have only heightened Taiwan's sense of insecurity. These anxieties are not limited to Ukraine and Taiwan. Other nations, particularly those with a history of conflict or territorial disputes with larger neighbors, are also reassessing their security arrangements. The possibility of a world with a less engaged and less predictable United States has prompted a search for alternative security guarantees. In this climate of uncertainty, some point to North Korea as a case study in the perceived benefits of nuclear deterrence. Despite international condemnation and crippling sanctions, North Korea has managed to maintain its nuclear program. This has arguably provided the regime with a degree of leverage and protection against external threats, as evidenced by the cautious approach taken by even powerful adversaries like the United States. North Korea's successful development of nuclear weapons, albeit at a significant cost, has emboldened other nations considering this path. It reinforces the view that nuclear weapons are the ultimate guarantor of national security, particularly in a world where traditional alliances seem less reliable. This line of thinking, though dangerous, has gained traction in some circles.